Welcome to the Corona of Pop. The culture of pop. Hey, everybody, welcome back after a long week. Fred's got something to go here. He can't figure out.
This is Vince. Hey, I want to say happy birthday, brother. This is actually from Christian, Mom, Ethan, and Blake. So keep on rocking, shout the devil, and do some feel good stuff at big old 4-0 you, man.
Big old 4-0 you, man. Do some feel good stuff.
Oh, I love it. I fucking love it. That's one of the best things ever.
Oh, it is hilarious. I watched it the other night a couple of more times just to watch it.
It's only a few seconds long, you know?
It's enough. It's enough to get you going.
And big 4-0.
Yes, we are at the big 4-0. That's right.
That's
I
the
forgot
reason
all
I
about
played
that.
there, yep.
So happy we made it to 40 episodes, which is cool as hell.
Right, and maybe we'll make it to 80 and then...
As long as the corona doesn't get us.
Well, I'm not too worried.
But anyway, welcome back to the Culture of Pop, everybody. We all know what's going on outside. Take care of yourselves. Be good. Wash your hands. All that stuff. You know, everything that a normal person would do on a daily basis anyway. But, yeah. So... Fred was mentioning, first let's get this off the list. I know there's some stuff Fred wants to talk about, but Fred was mentioning the toilet paper, which I know this isn't quite a culture pop thing, but we'll get into that.
Yeah, I don't get it. Nobody has been able to sufficiently explain to me the significance of the fucking toilet paper, given that this is a respiratory thing.
Yeah, the toilet paper, from what I'm being told, is just basically, and this was from an expert that's, into panic and all that kind of stuff. It's just like anything else. One person saw somebody else doing it, so the next person did it, then the next person, then the next person, then the next person. Yes, exactly. Yes. So there's no ultimate reason why it's being done or why the toilet paper is being done, because like you said, it has nothing to do with the disease.
I hate our species.
But yeah, that's what the guy was saying, was that, you see that, and how many empty shelves have you seen on Facebook and stuff like that? So that also stirs fear.
Cleaned out. Both Walmarts were cleaned out.
Yep. And they basically said, don't post those pictures. Don't post pictures of empty shelves, because that just goes ahead and brings the panic up even more.
Yeah. And you know what? Do you know what's bugging me too? They're going to be changing Walmart's hours.
I heard that.
They're not going to be 24 hours anymore. They're going to have a set specific time to go and shop, which makes no sense to me.
Yep.
Because what about the ones that want to avoid all those fucking crowds by going at 2 o'clock in the fucking morning?
Yeah, and the other thing is, I've also heard that Walmart might be closing also too. But I mean, that's in the distance, I think. I hope, if it ever does. But well, yeah, I know. There's just, like I said to you today. Yeah, I just heard Nike today is closing all of their stores. So I mean, plus all the other movie theaters are not doing good. I mean,
insane.
Yeah, it's absolutely ludicrous. I think
the whole world's shutting down.
Yeah, it's weird. It's really weird. One of the videos that I saw, and I haven't been able to pull it up since because I tried to play it for Melinda. But one of the videos that I saw really kind of like put it all together, and that was in Italy. There was a guy that was quarantined to his hotel room, and he was filming outside of his window, and the streets were bare, and then all you can see is guys in super duper hazmat suits, armed, walking the streets, making sure nobody's on the streets, and then like not tanks but like armored vehicles following them. It was really weird.
I fucking called that.
Oh yeah? A
few days ago I was saying publicly, I was saying, just wait, everybody's going to be locked in their fucking houses. Yeah. What's going to be on the streets when we get outside eventually?
Yeah.
Are there going to be fucking tanks? Are there going to be fucking
soldiers?
That's
what I'm saying. There's the Italy thing really was just
it's a
creepy.
Test run. It's a fucking test run. I'm telling you, this virus was here already. I swear to God.
I know.
It was
yeah, you
here.
said that. Yeah.
I was mentioning this earlier. I think it was already here months ago. The incubation period for this is like a month. Yeah. So this first appeared around December, which means it had to have been incubating since November. It did not take 3 fucking months to get to our country.
I don't think so either.
It's already fucking been here. There have been kids. I was reading a report yesterday of a woman who works in pediatrics. Who she was testing. She tests kids every year for influenza.
Yeah,
She was testing a bunch of kids this year, and they tested negative for influenza. This was back in December.
Yeah.
They tested negative for influenza, but they were obviously sick.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Couple that. Let's do some critical thinking here.
Yeah.
Okay. Couple that with the fact that this virus just all of a sudden appeared.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
You know?
I mean, I've read the research and the history of where it came from and everything, and I understand all that, but it's just, man, this is happening really fast. And I even put it to, I mean, it depends on how you feel. I mean, me and Fred are kind of like conspiracy type guys, and I'm not going to say everything is positive, but I thought it was weird. The day that Tom Hanks got it, I said, and I even posted on Facebook, I go, well, there's a celebrity that, you know,
Yep.
because that's what rules the world. I mean, they need celebrities to be.
Everything you see on TV is a show.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a planned show.
And I'm not saying Tom Hanks doesn't have it. I mean, maybe he does, but
Maybe
you know
he
what?
does.
I haven't seen him. He hasn't given any press conferences, but I guess, I mean,
There was a rumor going around that somebody sent him a fucking Wilson volleyball for his quarantine, but that was proven false. So.
well, what I think was kind of funny is a lot of people say don't take this serious, don't you know, or not don't take this serious, but make sure you take this serious, but not overdo it.
Yeah.
But one of the things that Rita Wilson was doing on her Twitter was she was asking for people to send music for a playlist, for a Corona playlist. That doesn't sound like it's real serious.
Not really, no.
If you're worried about a Corona playlist.
And I'm loving all the memes. I'm not gonna. And see, there seems to be two camps on Facebook right now.
Yeah.
And this is officially my this week on social media because this is the only fucking thing on social media.
Yeah, it's all you can get.
For like 2 weeks now.
Yeah.
People on Facebook are, there's two camps. There's one that is super fucking serious about this and will fucking bite your goddamn head off for even saying anything that contradicts what they've chosen to believe. And then there's the other camp that wants to make fun of and insult these people.
Yeah, yeah.
I ride the middle as usual.
Yes, I do too.
My entire fucking life is riding in the middle of everything, just right down the fucking middle. And I'm laughing at all the memes.
The memes are funny.
It's not the virus that I'm laughing at and making fun of, though. It's the panic.
Yeah, it is.
And you know what? I actually should stop making fun of the panic because the panic's going to get really serious very soon. It is.
I hope it doesn't.
It's going to cause a recession. It's going to cause the fucking next Great Depression.
Yeah.
People are panicking and going out and cleaning out fucking store shelves.
Yep.
Everything's going to be shutting down soon.
Yep.
Everybody's going to be out of fucking work, no fucking money.
Yep.
I was watching a video. Some girl was talking about the music industry and how this is going to affect that. No gatherings of over 100 people. Well, concerts have thousands of fucking people.
Yeah.
So if they're canceling concerts, these bands are, number one, the bands
They're going to lose out.
are going to lose on some fucking money. They're fucking millionaires anyway, so fuck that. But the people putting the shows on, the people running these fucking venues, they're going to be out of fucking work.
Yeah.
Fucking local restaurants are going to be out of work. These bigger cities that draw crowds for events like gaming conventions and concerts and all kinds of shit like that, they're going to be losing out on huge revenue. It's going to affect their fucking their profits for the entire year, and not just the venues.
Yeah.
The hotels and the restaurants. I think it was South by Southwest a couple years ago. Average hotel room was like $300 something a night.
Yeah.
And people were staying for like 5
Oh
nights.
yeah. Oh yeah. And you know they canceled that. I just found out they canceled that yesterday. I was like,
and
they
had to
canceled
lay
SXW?
off. They had to lay off half their staff too.
Yeah.
Which is going to affect the 2021 show.
Yeah, and the other thing was that I heard who was it from? Somebody I had heard that, you know, a lot of, and we don't believe in this, trust me, because I love Chinese food, but a lot of people are staying away from Chinese restaurants, and that's not right. That's not cool.
No, that's one thing
It's
that's bugging me
stupid.
about this. People are using this as an excuse to fucking vent all that pent-up Asian racism that they've had ever since their grandfathers were telling them fucking horror stories about Korea and fucking Vietnam. And
Yeah. And I had heard from somebody that they went and visited this place and they were having to shut down, like they were having to call employees off and everything because it wasn't, and it was in town, but nobody was coming. So I mean, and I've heard that story from a lot of people. So guys, just stop. Chinese food's fine, and Asian people are fine. They can have it just as much as we have it. I mean,
I just lost 8 pounds in 2 days from shitting myself to death, so I may go fill up on some fucking Chinese food tonight too.
Yeah, so just, you know, don't pay attention to the panic. I mean, come on, let's just keep calm.
I was thinking about this the other day. I'm actually kind of scared to shit.
Why?
And not because of any health problems or anything.
Yeah.
Not because of any. It's just the toilet paper. I don't want to run out of toilet paper. I'm literally scared shitless.
That was the other thing. That was the other thing they were saying, and that might be part of the toilet paper thing, is that they were saying that you should lay toilet paper or something down on your seat every time you go.
Oh, fuck.
And I'm like, I don't have 90 people coming into my damn house taking a shit.
They also say don't touch your fucking face.
Yeah,
but you know what?
and
You know what? Every single time I think about that, don't touch your fucking face.
You want to touch your face.
I think about all the times in the last hour I have absent-mindedly touched my face and just realized I'm fucked. I'm just kind of operating right now. My wife's doing the same thing. We're just kind of operating right now under the assumption that we all fucking have it anyway. It's like Walking Dead. It's like The Walking Dead. You know, just everyone's infected.
Yep. You're probably right.
You know?
Yeah, but
just wash your hands. Don't touch old people. Eat your fucking vegetables and just relax.
I can't imagine if restaurants and shit shut down, man. I mean,
It's gonna be crazy.
Places
well, like
will
I said
be
before we started recording, the last thing you want to fucking do when there's a pandemic level virus spreading is gather with 100 fucking people in a goddamn public place and breathe their air
where everybody's eating
face.
and everything else. Yeah, I agree completely with that. It's just going to be. I can't imagine. I mean, I've never been through anything like this. I mean, we've never had. I mean, I was looking up last night the last like national emergency we had. I guess there's like 3 that are actually still in that were like 30 years ago were set, and they're still in. Like, you know, one of them was 9/11, 9/11, the terrorist thing.
Yeah.
There was a national emergency after that. And I guess that one's still viable or still on the table, I guess.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. And so there was more than I thought, but we haven't had a real one in years and nothing like this for a disease, except for, you know, probably back in the day, back in the 20s or 1900s.
I had Hurricane Charlie happen in 2004 when I was living in Florida, and that entire town shut down for 3 weeks. We had no power.
that's typical. I understand that because that's Florida, California. You know, there's hurricanes.
I'm just saying it wasn't a national emergency, but I did get some experience dealing with a shutdown like that.
Yeah.
The difference there was no power in the dead of August. That sucked in fucking Florida. There were days we had a generator and we had just enough power to run a fucking ceiling fan. There were days I would just lay on the fold-out couch in the front room under the ceiling fan in a pool of my own sweat, wanting to die.
Oh yeah,
you know?
I've been there before.
That was nuts.
I mean, if we start losing power or something like that, I mean, I doubt we do. I don't know how. I mean, unless they can't fucking get out to fix things if shit happens.
There's going to be bare minimum crews. There has to be, because somebody has to, especially with the nuclear reactors out there, the nuclear power plants. Somebody has to man that shit.
Yeah, I would think so.
You know,
it's just
official people sitting in there manning the shit, making sure we don't go fucking, Chernobyl.
Yeah. I mean, I know my son's in the National Guard. Well, no, he's in the Army, but he's in that Army where, you know, you do your first 4 years and then you're just on the roster. Yeah, the reserve. Yep. And he was supposed to show up today and give a visit, and he couldn't because he's on call now. And that's just weird to hear that kind of shit and just kind of,
I maintain what I've been saying. I'm not going to downplay the seriousness of the illness because, I mean, it does have a high survivability rate, but there are people who are at risk. And me being a heart patient, I'm actually at higher risk than most. I just don't see a point in panicking, and I'll tell you why. Because that's what it's all about. It's not about the virus. I think the virus has already been here. It's about control.
Yep.
People who are panicking and afraid are easier to control when you have the resources to eventually give them what they want.
Of course they are.
And need.
And my next theory was maybe they're going to test out, I mean, hate to get all conspiracy.
I don't.
But maybe they're getting ready to test out martial law. I mean,
I called that too last week. I called that too last week.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that's really scary. I mean, I do not want to live in a country where I'm looking out my, door and I'm seeing armed guards walking up and down them in tanks and shit like that. Not necessarily that would happen with martial law. I mean, it would in certain places, but I mean, I think they can just keep all of us in the house just by being scared.
Yeah.
They don't even need tanks.
See, the difference between people and sheep. This is the reason why I hate the term sheeple, because the difference between people and sheep is that sheep need a sheepdog.
Yeah. Yeah.
We are our own sheepdog.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
We scare each other into silence. We scare each other into complacency.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And that's exactly what that, like you said, the toilet paper, that's exactly what that is. I mean, a couple of people bulked up on it, and then it just
but it doesn't.
Dominoes.
It makes me hate my species. It just makes me hate. We're just dumb, panicky monkeys.
We do get kind of panicked over things. Sorry, I got an itch.
I like the one though that I saw earlier. It said, this meme on Facebook said, it said, coronavirus kills 15 people in the U.S. and people lose their minds. heart disease kills 500,000 a year, and we put fried chicken under donuts.
And and also the fact that people are killed. 197 people are killed a day in car accidents.
Yeah.
I mean, it's weird how we just put this. I guess maybe because it's new, we're just used to it.
That's the thing. Yeah, flu kills more people every year than this thing has.
Oh yeah, they've already killed 17,000.
But the media can't spin that because we already know about the flu.
Yeah.
They can't terrify us with something we've known about our whole fucking lives. They have to take something new and give it a scary fucking name and give it a scary fucking story. That way we'll be scared.
Yeah. I don't think it's even that scary of a name. I mean, I think that if you really want to scare some people, let's give it like a cool name, like Death Magnetic, like a Metallica album or something.
Hell yeah.
It's the Death Magnetic.
It's the Cthulhu virus.
Yeah. But
Yog-Sothoth has come for your soul.
So let's culture pop it. How much shit are we losing now? We're losing Bond. It's not coming out till when?
It's being delayed. I'm not sure how long, and we're getting trailer delays too.
Yeah, which is weird.
Like I said, Bill and Ted 3 was supposed to have a teaser coming out. I think it was supposed to be attached to the new James Bond, but since that got pushed back, this gets pushed back, and the entire, not just music, the entire entertainment industry is shutting down.
Yeah,
and this is even going to affect restaurants and shit too.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's going to have to.
Even if the restaurants only close for like a week,
yeah,
they're going to lose so much inventory.
Yep.
And it's going to affect sales for the entire year.
Yeah. Oh, I know. And the reason, by the way, I didn't even know this. A little bit of pop culture news.
Sorry.
No. All right. The reason Tom Hanks is sick is because he's in Australia filming an Elvis movie, which I didn't know. He's playing Colonel Tom Parker, which I think is kind of cool. So that's the reason he was there.
Who'd they get for Elvis? Joe Don Baker?
No, they actually got this younger kid who looks. So I'm assuming it's probably around the time when Colonel Tom kind of took him, under his wing and then drugged him and ripped him off and killed him basically.
I want to see Fat Elvis. That's what I want to see.
Oh jeez,
Buddy,
what are you?
Fat Elvis eating a Luther cheeseburger on stage in his fucking sequin suit with fucking karate moves.
Oh my God!
Hey,
the karate moves are the shit. No, is he not even alive? Is he?
Joe Don Baker's alive.
Is he still alive?
Yeah, and he still hates Mystery Science Theater too.
Why does he hate Mystery Science Theater?
Because of Mitchell.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah,
and there was another one during the sci-fi era called Final Justice, which was fucking hilarious. And his big problem isn't that they were making fun of the movies.
Yeah,
they called him out by name. They didn't make fun of Mitchell. They made fun of Joe Don Baker. Because Mike, that was the
I think I might have seen part of that
Mike,
one.
And Mike shows up in the background and he's like, "You guys watch Joe Don Baker movies?" And
yeah, I have not seen that in ages, but I do remember it being. As soon as you said Mitchell, I recognized the name right away.
I was trying to get you to order that for me, unriffed, the unriffed version, in that big fucking catalog we had with all the movies in it.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
And it was on back order for a long.
God, I love that book.
Probably still is on back order.
It probably is. Yeah.
Yeah, everything was in that book.
And there, you should be able to get it on, Mystery Science Theater on the Pluto or something. I don't know.
If I could only, I got the Mystery Science Theater version. I got like several copies.
Oh, do you? Okay,
I'm not
okay.
worried about that. I wanted the unriffed movie because I already know the fucking riffs by heart.
Yeah.
I've seen that episode so many fucking times I can sit and do it with them.
Yeah.
So I wanted the unriffed version of the movie so I could cut that out and maybe add my own shit in if I wanted to. But if I can't even find fucking Rock and Roll High School Forever on anything but a double fucking disc, I'm not finding Mitchell.
No, you're probably not.
No.
Yeah, I would say not.
They're not going to re-release that piece of shit.
No, but it might be on the pirate seas somewhere. I'm sure it is if you need. But that was the other thing that was worrying me. I have no physical media anymore, man. If we go into an apocalypse, I don't have shit to watch.
This is exactly what I was talking about like a couple of weeks ago, isn't it?
I can watch the three Prince movies because I have them on Blu-ray. I can watch. There's like a couple others that I have, and
I still have a huge bookshelf full of DVDs and Blu-ray.
Yeah, see, when I went to digital, I got rid of everything, and that's how I got all my digitals, by selling the DVDs.
I need to get a VCR, though. I got a ton of VHS tapes
that I
want to transfer over. I want to get one of those DVD VCR combo things
where
you can record
it.
Yeah.
Yep.
I need to transfer.
Yeah, I want one of those, too.
I have a huge collection of those Rhino Mystery Science Theater VHS tapes.
Yeah, see, I have a ton of VHS, but it's all like rock docs and stuff that I bought back in the day, but I still have a bunch of them.
I have quite a few unlabeled tapes, too, that I'm fairly certain have things on them that I don't want to show publicly.
Okay.
I was a kid.
All right. So what?
I would do it now. Though,
oh, my God. So what else do we got? We got Quiet Place 2. That's not coming out
I didn't
now.
even see Quiet Place 1.
It was all right. It wasn't bad. But I know a lot of people are excited about that. So we got Bond, Quiet Place 2. Black Widow's still coming out as far as I know, but they've mentioned several times that maybe not if it's not.
And
if
I
this
still
isn't
forget
cleared up
the
by
name of
then.
that Captain Russia guy. I forget his actual fucking name still.
Oh yeah, I have no clue who it is.
I do know that
yeah.
that character and Natasha Romanoff in the comics were actually an item for a minute there.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
So I don't know how that's going to play in because he almost looks like he's almost a father figure to her in this movie.
Yeah, that's what it looks like to me too.
know?
So yeah, it's kind of weird.
It'd be creepy if they went there.
I would think so. Yeah. But anyway, we got all that shit. So let's get off that topic. I know there's some stuff Fred wants to talk about.
Fair enough.
I will. I want to talk about Feld Dog, but we can wait. And if you want to talk a little bit about get into gaming, which,
Well, yeah, I just recently got my hands on a PSVR system with my income tax money. It was the last one in Lima, too.
was it really?
It was.
Wow.
Well, I'm sorry, no, second to last one. There was two.
Okay.
I went to Mega Replay to see if I could find one that was used.
Yeah.
I did the same thing over at GameStop, and they had a headset that was in there that was used.
Yeah.
But it didn't come with anything but
else?
the headset.
Yeah.
So I passed on that.
Now here's my question. First of all, you use your controller, right? You don't use the Move controllers.
I want to get some of the Move controllers.
How integral are they to playing it? Do you have to have them?
Depends on the game.
Okay, that's what I kind of figured.
For instance, if you're playing a game where you move around in a three-dimensional, like I'm playing Skyrim right now.
Yeah.
Skyrim, I've played that game so many fucking times, and it's a whole new experience in virtual reality to live in that fucking.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
But when you first start the game up, even with the controller, the controls are fucking weird.
Oh, really?
Yeah. When you turn, it's like I checked in the settings. It's a snap turn. If you're facing forward and you hit that right stick to turn, it'll snap to the side like that, and then you got to hit it again.
Oh, okay.
And I was worried it was going to be like that the whole time, but I found some settings in there that you can fix it. You can change it.
Yeah.
Just change it from snap to smooth, and it plays like it's supposed to play now. The reason they did that, and they did that also with Resident Evil 7. And with No Man's Sky, I had to even fix some things. There's actually another thing in there where with No Man's Sky you have to point, click, and move. It teleports you to the spot you're pointing at
okay.
instead of running there.
Okay.
Which completely negates the jetpack, but that's a side thing. Anyways, the reason they did that is because of motion sickness.
Oh, I get that. Yeah.
They put that in there to
understand.
reduce the motion sickness. But once you're used to being in that virtual world,
Yeah.
the motion sickness goes away after a while. I mean,
All right,
sometimes
okay.
it does hit you, and you got to stop for a second because
Yeah.
you're spinning in circles and just sitting still. But yeah, every now and then you got to stop. But it does dissipate after a
So
while.
what one were you playing on the video, the last video you put up?
That was No Man's Sky that I was playing on that last video that I put up that I deleted because I was talking about shit I shouldn't have been talking about. I got a terms of service violation from PlayStation on that one.
So that wasn't Star Trek? That was
That
something
wasn't
different?
the Star Trek.
Okay,
one, no,
okay,
that was
okay.
The Star Trek bridge crew. That game, like, oh my god, it's a dream fucking come.
Yeah, it looks pretty fun actually.
Sometimes I just load the game up so I can sit in the captain's chair on the Enterprise D. just Picard that bitch, make it so.
It is kind of cool. I mean, the video of what you were playing, I saw, and I was like, this is pretty interesting actually.
Yep, and you've got 4 stations there. You got the captain's chair, you've got tactical, the helm, and you've got engineering, and each station has their own shit to worry about.
Yeah,
the captain
yeah.
has to worry about calling the red alert and issuing orders to organize the crew. Tactical, of course, sits there and fires the phasers and scans targets.
Yeah.
The helm steers the ship, flies the ship, basically. And engineering allocates power to the different stations when it's needed.
Yeah.
Like, for instance, if you want to jump to warp, you can't just jump to warp. Engineering has to charge the warp coils.
Okay.
And then I think it's helm has to actually set the course and point the ship in the right direction. And then the captain says, fucking engage.
So you were saying you have to do all that yourself if you're only playing by yourself?
If you're playing by yourself in a single-player mode, you are the captain. You don't get to sit at any other station permanently.
Okay.
You have to take the role of the captain, and you can issue orders, and there's AI for your crew
Oh,
members.
okay.
But they're dumb. AI is dumb. So every now and then you do have to go sit in their chair, and you can do that as captain. You can take over their station for a moment, and sometimes you have to sit there and like do the shit that you want them to fucking do, and then go back to the captain's chair because they're fucking stupid.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's why I want to play with some actual. If anybody owns this game on VR, hit me up. Stark07911 on PlayStation Network, and I want to play with an actual full fucking crew instead of by myself. I'm starting to get lonely.
Now I'm going to tell you something.
and I refused to play Resident Evil 7 one night.
Why?
A couple nights ago, it was storming outside, and it wasn't like normal storm.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't like crack of thunder and then done.
I
it was
remember
like
that, yeah.
rumbling thunder that builds and goes
And
away.
you couldn't play it?
I didn't want to. It was a toilet paper issue. I didn't want to run out of toilet paper. And likely, because I also have cats that like to jump on my lap when I got that virtual reality headset on.
And then you don't. That could be pretty scary.
This is Resident Evil 7. This is the creepy one.
That's the best one. I mean, I played that on PlayStation when
it's
not
a whole
virtual.
different fucking game. Is it a prequel? I haven't gotten very far into the story because it's fucking terrifying in VR.
It's been so long since I played it. I don't even remember. I just remember it was one of the best horror games I've ever played in ages.
Because you're in that fucking dilapidated house with the fucking murder family and
Yep.
it's like Devil's Rejects, fucking Texas Chainsaw Massacre shit. And
yeah.
It's
It's creepy. I know it was creepy not in PSVR, so I'm sure in PSVR it's even more creepy.
That game just tortures you for the first 3 hours that you're playing it. By the time you get a weapon, you're ready to shoot anybody who walks in fucking front of you.
Well, yeah.
Because by then they fucking tortured you for 3 hours. You've cut your hand off and sewn it back on, and it's like, Jesus fucking Christ, there's the gun, fucker. You know.
All right, now here's the question that I got to ask. I was going to tell you, there was 2 games that I really wanted to play. And my son, one of my sons, my stepson actually, he had some money saved up and he bought an Oculus Quest. $600 fucking dollars. Okay, so he bought that and right away it doesn't work. The left controller doesn't work at all. You can only play with the right controller. Now you can order a new left controller if you don't want to send your shit back. That costs like $60, but you have to wait 40 to 45 days for it.
Oh, fuck that.
So we're returning it, but
I don't blame you.
But the experiences I had on it, just with even one controller, I was playing Beat Saber. It's
pretty fucking incredible.
It was awesome.
That's the reason I want to get the motion sensor, or the motion controllers. By the way.
Now my question is, there was 2 games that were on
this weekend.
Are you?
Yeah.
On the Oculus Quest that he had, there were 2 games. There was Creed. Is that available on PS at all?
It is.
Okay, because that's one I really want to play.
And that's when you need the motion controllers for.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Yeah. And the other one was, it was Creed. Oh, and there's a Darth Vader one on his.
That I can't find. That's not on PSVR yet.
Damn it.
Vader Immortal, I'm looking for it.
Yeah, because I really wanted to play that.
I looked it up. I couldn't find it on there. If it's there, I couldn't find it.
Do they have any? They don't have any Star Wars at all, do they? No. Probably. No. Man, that sucks.
But like I said, the reason I got this, the reason I decided to do this, I was at a friend's house in Indiana this last weekend. That's why I missed last week. And I was going to take my Oculus Go, and I'm glad that I didn't, because that's like a fucking Etch-a-Sketch compared to PSVR. They also had an Oculus Rift there.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I got to play some shit on there, and that's on PC only.
Yeah.
And I played a game, I forget what it was called, it was like a sword and sorcery type game, where they throw you into this arena with all these fucking guys coming at you and fighting. And and you can mod the shit too. There was like a Star Wars level that they had modded in there. Every lightsaber you can think of, every lightsaber that has ever appeared in anything is on there, including Ezra Bridger's fucking lightsaber from Rebels, the one that's part gun, part lightsaber.
Yep.
You know, part blaster.
Wow.
Every fucking, and the only complaint I had about that one, the enemies are all like Starvin' Marvin looking assholes. They're just huge,
Starvin'
tall,
Marvin,
lanky Ethiopian guys with lightsabers. That's what it was coming after.
Okay.
It was fucking fun though.
Yeah.
It was really fucking fun.
That's I'm getting into those virtual reality games. Like, I mean, I had a what do you would call it, of the Gear VR. I got that when I first got my first phone, and I loved it then.
That's essentially what the Go is. That's essentially what the Oculus is.
That's what I kind of figured. Yeah.
Because you can't. There's no. It's only got the 3 degrees of freedom.
Okay.
There's 3 degrees of freedom and 6 degrees of freedom. 3 degrees of freedom basically means no matter where you fucking move your head, the screen stays right there, and you're stationary in the 3D world. You can turn your head left and right. You can go up and down, but that's about it. That's about all the freedom you've got. With PSVR and all the more advanced as the Quest 2, actually. Yeah. You've got that 6 degrees of freedom where you can duck down.
Yep.
And this is the reason why I want to get those motion controllers. So I had a chance also to play Beat Saber while I was in Indiana.
Yeah.
That game's a fucking workout. My legs still
hurt. Yeah.
My legs still hurt.
My kids were laughing at me because I was doing turns
cardio.
and I was... Yeah, it is.
It's cardio.
It exactly is.
And then eventually you got to... Because they throw walls at you. You got to duck down.
You got to duck down, go move around to the right, to the left. Yep.
That would replace my cardio workout.
Yeah, I think I might actually lose some weight if I could play it for a couple hours every day.
And it's fun.
That's available on PSVR too, isn't it? Yeah,
that's where I played it. Actually.
Yeah, that's what you said. Yeah,
that's where I played it.
Okay, now that we got
fun shit.
Let's get to Star Wars here for a minute since we were already talking
We
about
always
it.
got to go back to Star Wars.
Yeah, well, I
It
mean,
has to
there's a
happen.
reason for it. I mean, they released it early because of the Corona. They released that and Frozen 2 early because they assumed that people were going to be spending a lot of time at home, I guess.
I didn't even see the first Frozen, and I don't.
I don't care about that either. I just thought it was weird that they were all of a sudden.
I might watch it one day out of curiosity, just if I'm bored. But I know the wife's going to judge when she sees it.
I'm not. I'm just not. You know
Frozen,
me.
really?
I'm not a huge fan of animated unless it's really something special. But anyway, Star Wars. So you were saying you noticed some new things because that's why we're talking about it because it was just released and we both watched it last night again.
Again, I wasn't feeling too well yesterday, and I was kind of in an altered state of mind. I did notice one thing, and again, this could just be that, but is it just me, or were the special effects in the prequels better? There were
in
some,
the prequels.
yeah.
I mean, yeah, maybe.
There were moments in that where it rang as false.
Yeah.
Like even when Han Solo shows up in that little mind thing that Ben's going through.
Yeah.
I'm looking at his face and I'm like, they de-aged him, and I can tell.
You think they de-aged him because he looked
Just
awful
a little
old?
bit. I think that they shrunk his cheeks in.
Okay.
And I think they de-aged him just a little bit.
Okay.
Because it has been a few years since
Yeah, it
Force
has.
Awakens.
Yeah.
And he looked younger than he did in that.
Yeah.
You know?
So that's kind of, so that's probably, well, like he said, it's his memory. So it's probably his memory when his father was younger, when he knew him, or you know, when he was actually talking to him and all that kind of shit.
Right.
So
And
yeah,
of
you
course,
could be
of course,
right.
there's very obvious things like when they take their masks off in that flashback with Luke and Leia fighting.
Yeah.
Or training.
Yeah.
But there's just like the ragdoll effect. Like it reminded me of the first Sam Raimi Spider-Man a couple of times when she'll do the backflip and like land in the superhero pose.
Yeah.
And it looks fake.
Yeah.
My brain was just firing, all cylinders firing. Just, oh my God, CGI. Uncanny fucking Valley. What the fuck?
I noticed some things that I was not bothered by, but some things that I was like, wait a minute. Because I remember last night when I was watching it, she was getting ready to do the big backflip over Kylo's ship.
Yep.
And I was thinking to myself, why, if she was going to do that and plan that, I mean, maybe it's just the way she jumped. Why did she run away from it at first? Why didn't she just stand there, balls to the wall to it, and then jump forward and hit it? I mean, why do we have to just have this thing where she took off running and then the flip? If she could do it anyway, why didn't she just stand there and as soon as he came up, flip up and boom, hit it?
Because it wasn't. Yeah.
It wasn't cool enough.
It wasn't cool enough.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like in Deadpool 2 when Domino's describing her power, and he's just like, that's just not very cinematic.
Yeah, yeah. And the other thing was, I did notice this time, maybe it was just because I saw it in the theater, and I know it's tough for me to keep my concentration on shit sometimes when I'm not at home watching something. So when I'm watching it now, I did notice that there is a lot more Knights of Ren in it than I thought.
Oh, yeah,
there's not enough for me, but
yeah.
Yeah, there's still not enough for me. I would have liked to have seen more stuff.
explanation.
I mean, Christ, I'd like to see a Kylo Ren, Knights of Ren movie. I'd pay to see that.
Fuck, make a TV show.
Yeah, exactly.
Make a Netflix series, you know?
Yeah, I thought, and it kind of interested me. And then there's a scene that's funny.
I'm not too worried about them not getting a backstory, though, because nobody gets backstories in Star Wars.
Yeah, but what I thought was funny is when they're walking down one of the hallways, when they're getting ready, it's like midway through the movie, and they're walking down one of the hallways, and one of the stormtroopers says Knights of Ren, and the other guy says ghouls. He goes ghouls, because I had to subtitle it to make sure I knew what I was saying, because at first I thought he said cool, and I was like, oh my God, that was such a better line.
Right?
That was way better.
Too.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice.
I thought that was so, I had to rewind it, and I was like, oh, damn, he didn't say that. He said ghouls.
But aside from the special effects, though, there were a few other things that I noticed. It's just, going through it again the second time, I realized, even more so than the first time, that it just played it a little too safe.
Yeah.
Everything that happened in that movie it seemed specifically designed for fan service and to not piss people off like Last Jedi did.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
That being said, it was easily the most fun of the three sequel movies to watch.
It was very fun. I'm still partial to Force Awakens out of all of them. I still like that. I don't know why, but I do.
I can understand. It's just there's not a dull moment in this though. There's
not. There's really not.
By design. I mean, they had 2 hours and 19 minutes to cram everything in there, and they had a lot to cram in there.
Yeah.
And you can really tell in that first half too that they're trying to backpedal and throw as much exposition as they can in there to undo what Rian Johnson did.
Yeah.
Which I didn't think was fucking necessary, but I guess he wanted to go on with this thing. But there were a lot of cool things in that too, though. It's still my favorite of the sequel trilogy.
How do you feel about the Palpatine clone? Because now they're saying he was a clone. They put a book, one of the novels out.
Really?
And they just announced in one of the novels they put out that he's actually a clone. It was supposed to take place between, I don't know which movies or whatever, but that's what they said, because everybody was like, "Oh, it's official now. He was a clone." Blah 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 blah.
You know what? I don't have time to read 300 fucking books.
Yeah,
so
I know. I don't either.
As far as I'm concerned, what exists is what I see in the movie, and I like my theory better.
What I thought was cool that I actually noticed when I watched it was, as hard as he tried, Kylo still did follow in his grandfather's footsteps like he wanted to. He pretty much followed exactly. I mean, he was evil, and then at the end, when the time was right, he saved people and he became, good. And I mean, that's exactly what Vader did.
And sacrificed his own life.
Exactly. Yep. And so I thought that, I didn't notice that. I didn't really notice it the first time I saw it.
George Lucas used to say in that documentary, I don't know if you remember that documentary from the episode 1 DVD called The Beginning.
Yes, I do. Yep.
That was one of the best. I'm not a huge fan of the movie. I'll watch it, and I appreciate it for what it is now more so than I used to. But that documentary is one of the best filmmaking documentaries I've ever seen.
Is it?
It follows the
It's been a while since I've seen it.
It does. It follows the process from start to fucking finish, from the first page that he writes to the release day, and then it ends with him starting the next page, or the first page of episode 2,
Okay.
One of the best filmmaking documentaries I've ever seen. I was going somewhere with that. I swear I was going somewhere with that.
I was just trying to think of some of the other stuff that I noticed. And there was a lot of stuff in it that I noticed that people were complaining about. Like, why does she have this power, this power? And I really honestly think to myself, everything worked out.
She didn't even know.
She didn't even know. And they're like...
She was even freaked out. When she blew up the fucking transport, she was even freaked out. Because she didn't realize she could do that shit.
Yeah.
She's just that powerful because she comes from that bloodline.
Yeah, exactly. And it all works out. So,
that was the explanation I wanted, and that was what everybody was bitching about. But I remember what I was going to say. In that documentary, George Lucas mentioned that everything kind of rhymes, and the Red Letter Media reviews, the Mr. Plinkett reviews, they fucking throw this quote in there all the time too. Everything rhymes with it's like a poetry. Everything rhymes with the next thing.
Yeah,
Or with the last thing.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
That's exactly what Kylo Ren's story was. It was a rhyme. It was rhyming with Vader. It was.
Yeah, it was
nicely done.
As we said before, I think we said the last time we talked about Star Wars, is Kylo's arc was the best one out of all of them.
Easily the most interesting character in the entire trilogy.
Yeah, and I thought that was amazing. And like I said, there was a lot of things that I hadn't noticed in the theater that I noticed now. And I'm probably going to watch it again just to see.
Oh, I'm going to watch it several dozen times.
Well, I know that.
Fucking Star Wars. I was sitting there like a fucking kid, legs crossed, with fucking lightsaber in my lap, and fucking Star Wars shirt on.
Oh, well, I tell you.
I stopped short of holding up the banner that says "We love Vader."
Oh, my God. I'll tell you what, though. I don't know if we're done with Star Wars or not, but I just thought...
We're never done with Star Wars.
Yeah, I know, right? But the other thing that I was surprised, because I saw some movies being watched on my Vudu, and sometimes I don't know whether it's my son or you. One of the movies that I didn't see watched is... Did you know that I have the Jesus Rolls on there?
I saw that. I haven't had a chance to watch it yet, though.
Yeah, you don't want to.
No?
I mean, well, to put it lightly, I mean, number one, they released it on VOD before they even released it in theaters, so that tells you something.
Right. I was curious about that myself, actually.
Because I mean, I pre-ordered it last week, and then all of a sudden Friday, boom, it's like it's there, and I'm like, wait a minute, So I watched it immediately the minute I saw it was on there.
That's fair.
It's very much a 1970s. I don't know if you've ever seen any of these, but this 1970s sex romp films, where these guys just travel around and just have sex with different women.
So I remember one called Candy that had like an all-star fucking cast show up, and there was this about this
Yeah.
girl that just every guy that meets her wants to fuck her. and there's just all these weird characters that, like, I think Tommy Lee Jones is even in that. He plays like
Really?
some fucking, I think he plays some like military guy that's like, and they're all over the top and off the fucking wall. It was just a crazy fucking thing.
Well, there's a lot of, I'll tell you what, it's kind of like, I don't know if you're familiar with Russ Meyer at all. Russ Meyer, you need to look up.
I think I know the name.
He made tons of movies, and they were all sex romps, and they were all with big busted women. That's what he was famous for.
And that's
he
what this
discovered. Is? No, well, I mean, kind of. It's modeled after that.
You're making me want to watch it. Here.
It's, I mean, not. Let me put it this way: not sex romp, as in you're going to see a lot. I don't think you see any nudity at all, except for maybe back butts of guys.
I feel cheated, and I haven't even watched it.
Pete Davidson's in it, which bummed me out. Because I have had extreme hatred for Pete Davidson. I think he's a piece of shit. That's just my opinion. But I think he's a total piece of shit.
I will have to look into
$1 million NDAs before you go see him in concert and shit. You have to sign $1 million NDA that you won't video anything, that you won't say anything, that you won't leave any reviews of his stuff. He's a piece of shit.
Do people still go to his fucking shows?
Well, he bitched and moaned about Louis C.K. a couple of weeks ago on a video broadcast, and then he didn't show, and he bitched about Saturday Night Live, and that week he didn't show up on Saturday Night Live. So he might be gone from Saturday Night Live. This guy's career is going to be ending soon. So
Pete, when you're that fucking picky
he's just an arrogant asshole prick. And he's not funny. I've never seen him. He was never funny on SNL. But anyhow. So he's in it, which kind of was, I was like, but Susan Sarandon's in it. She's really good. She's funny and good, but she's not in it long. This girl that they hang out with is like a French girl or something. John Hamm's in it. He's pretty good in it. I think what they wanted to do was he wanted to make it like The Big Lebowski as far as the humor. Like the humor's kind of strange and kind of off kilter like Big Lebowski is. Now, I'm not saying, like we said before, I hated Big Lebowski when I saw it the first time. I didn't hate it. I just didn't understand it.
I was kind of in the same camp.
Yeah, after repeated viewings.
Very stoned when I saw it.
Yeah.
Though, so
and after repeated viewings, I was just like, oh, okay, I now I get it. So maybe this is one of those, but I don't think so.
No.
Man, as much as I love, and he was good in it. They didn't need to add the other guy. There was another guy in it that plays like his best buddy. It's played by that actor that I don't like, Carnival or Bobby Carnival or what, I don't know what his name is. Write it down, put it in the comment section. But
yes.
Anyhow, he didn't need to be in it. I think it would have been better with just Jesus being, and it's just, I mean, you might have to watch it. I mean, I'd give it a try, but I'm just saying for everybody out there, if you're looking for The Big Lebowski, and I wasn't, because I figured there's no way in hell. And it's not Big Lebowski.
So just skip this and watch Big Lebowski again.
Yeah, it's Jesus' own story, and I mean there are funny moments in it.
No, I'll probably pick it. I'll watch it eventually.
I was kind of disappointed. Yeah,
I can't not.
I was kind of disappointed, but I might give it another watch to see if maybe it is like Big Lebowski, and it'd give me something more funny. Maybe I'll notice more shit.
Now that I was going to say, now that you know not to expect Big Lebowski,
yeah,
maybe you won't.
But I kind of knew that when I went in. Really? I knew this was not going to be Big Lebowski. Yeah, but I understand
a subconscious element, though.
I also understand if the script was written before it was made, which I'm assuming. I understand why the Coen brothers didn't want any part of it.
That reminds me of something else.
Yeah, I know what you're going to say.
Do you?
Yeah, are you going to talk about your Conan thing? Or Conan? Or how do you say, what is it, Conan the Barbarian?
Conan.
Oh, okay. Conan? Okay. And then the talk show host is Conan? I'm trying to get him right.
See them driven before you, and they hear the lamentations of the women.
Oh, my God.
Yes, that is good.
Anyway, Jesus Rolls. Check it out if you want. I wasn't, that impressed, but hey.
But no, the thing that reminded me, you remember The Barbarians?
Yeah.
That movie with the twins?
Yep, with the twins, yep.
One of the twins died.
Yes, I did see that. I saw it on something that I was looking at.
I think it was David Paul.
Was it Adon? Adon put something up about it, I think.
Was it him? Yeah, I think it was. Yes, it was. Yes,
it was Adon. And I remember those Barbarians brothers.
I loved that. That was a fucking fun ass. See, after Conan the Barbarian, and that was I stand by this to this day. That was an amazing fucking masterpiece of film.
I know.
I really believe that with that one. Everything that came afterward is what soiled everybody's opinion on that genre of movies. And like Conan the Destroyer was a piece of shit. Everything that came, the Red Sonja movie was a piece of shit.
Oh, I remember that with Brigitte Nielsen.
But occasionally you would get one that was just tongue-in-cheek enough.
Yeah.
And The Barbarians was one of those movies.
Yeah,
Every time it was on Showtime, I would stop and watch it. It was like The Avengers is to me now. If it was on my TV as a kid, it was going to stay on there until it played out.
See, I don't think I've even ever seen the movie.
It was.
I know them, and I'm familiar with them, very familiar with them, because they were big for a
They
while.
get separated from their village or whatever,
Yeah.
and they get raised as fucking slaves or whatever, and they come back, and then their childhood friend is this girl that loves them, and I don't even know the story. It was just a fun fucking movie. It's been too long.
I do remember. God, I got the fucking every time we fucking do this.
Right.
But anyhow, so what else? We got Star Wars down. I want to talk a little bit about Corey Feldman, but what's that?
We're never done with Star Wars.
Well, yeah, that's true too. But was there something I thought there was something else we discussed? Besides, I don't want to get into Corey yet, and I don't want to offend anybody, but I mean,
there might have been. I've been talking about a lot of shit.
well, let's talk about Corey for a minute. The old Feld Dog, and I will now say to our personal friend Adon, I'm sorry, dude, but I can't do it anymore. I can't support him. I can't support what he's saying. If you didn't know, Corey Feldman was premiering his movie, which to begin with, and I'll put a picture up of the movie. One of the things that bothered me is if you look at the title of the movie, The Rape of Two Coreys,
Yeah.
and it's called, whatever, Truth or whatever, and that says
My
Rape of Two
Truth,
Coreys. Yeah. It's the logo for it is exactly like the Lost Boys. That bothers me.
Why?
It's if God, I wish I could get a print up of it. I'll put it up here, but yeah, no. If you look at the logo,
marketing thing.
the logo, yeah, but I mean, if we're
thing
trying to be
stinks of marketing to me, though.
serious about something, very serious about something, I mean, that's the one thing that was one of the first things that off put me. I was like, okay, so he's making it look like the Lost Boys covers, so that's kind of weird when we're supposed to be talking about something serious. Can you make up something of your own? Okay, so that kind of bothered me. Well, Monday was the big day where he premiered it, and it was a total shit show. The movie did not work. The people that he named in it, the people who did get to see the finished movie, which was, I think, maybe a couple of hundred people in the theater that he was in, because they were able to play it. People spent $20 to stream it. None of them got to stream it. It didn't work.
I remember that. It was like, did it ever stream?
It did. I don't think it did.
So Corey Feldman just made a shitload of money.
What he's saying, he's saying it was hackers. That hackers hacked in through this, and stopped the movie and all this kind of shit. A couple days before, the people that he says are following him, or he says are doing him damage, they call themselves the Wolf Pack. So 3 days before the movie premiered, on Corey Feldman's either Instagram or Twitter, I don't know where it was, he posted a picture of a Wolfpack calendar that was laid at his doorstep.
Okay.
I mean, the more and more I read about this, the more and more I think, man, this was so set up.
It just sounds made up, yeah.
Yeah, he took a picture of that and called the cops and everything.
We don't know. It could be.
Okay, well then...
It could be true. It could be all made up for marketing. I'm leaning more towards the last thing, and I'll tell you why in a moment, but go ahead.
That's the other reason is the three, I think he named like 3 or 4 names. Okay, supposedly it was supposed to be these big names.
Yes.
Somebody really big in Hollywood, blah, 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 blah. Okay, well, it was the same people. It was the exact same people that he already got out, which was that Alfie guy, whoever it was, another producer or something.
Then he added in.
Well, he didn't add that in. That's all. Are you talking about Charlie Sheen?
Yeah. Was that mentioned before?
That has been a rumor for years. It was a rumor even when Corey Haim was still alive.
You know what bugs me about it, though?
Yeah.
Well, first of all, after the movie, Charlie Sheen came out and said, that's fucking horseshit, I didn't do that.
Yeah.
But that's, of course, what he would say.
Yeah.
No matter what.
Well, yeah, exactly.
What bugs me is Corey Haim's mother even out
said it wasn't him.
That didn't happen.
Yeah.
And I think it was Corey Haim's sister said, Charlie Sheen was more interested in me.
Yeah. Yeah,
You know?
and a lot of people said, and his mother definitely said it was somebody else. And it seems like she knows who it was, but it seems like Corey doesn't know who it was. And besides that, all we ever saw them on was when they were friends. They did movies together, Lost Boys, License to Drive, all that shit, and then they went on press tours together.
Yes.
So after they went home and all that was done, were they still the best friends they say they are? See, because I don't know. Corey Feldman's the only one that can say this right now.
You never
and
know,
he's
do you?
like, they're best friends. And I'm thinking, Were they really?
It's just like everything else in the world. All we know is what we're told and shown.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
And that's what makes me question it even more is the fact that it just kind of seems like maybe they weren't, Corey Feldman insists that they hung out all the time, that they were best buds, blah, blah, blah. But from some of the stuff that I've seen, like the interviews and stuff. We can't
ask Corey Haim if that's true either.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And that's kind of what bothers me.
All this too.
I mean, he keeps saying he's doing this for Corey Haim, and I don't think so.
I think he's doing it for money. I think he's doing it for the same fucking reason that he put all those girls in angel costumes and got on stage.
That's exactly why. And
because
I mean, then you have all this.
He lost the spotlight.
And you have all the stories of all those angel girls living in his house, and they're pretty much locked in, from what I've heard.
And miserable.
Yeah, and they don't want to be there. They just live to serve him and shit, and he just has parties every night. I mean, he definitely is somebody who's still clamoring for the attention that he used to have.
He wants those Goonie days. He wants that fucking Friday the 13th Part 4 days.
What was it, Tommy Jarvis? Was that it? Yeah. Yeah.
And he was briefly in Part 5. They were actually originally going to put him in Part 5 completely.
I remember that, yep.
Yeah, but contractually, he was. I think he was actually going to do Goonies.
Oh, okay.
So he couldn't do Friday the 13th Part 4. He had to go do that movie.
Yeah.
But he did show up for that cameo in the beginning, and then it cut to the new guy, and that movie still pisses me off.
Why?
Because it wasn't even fucking Jason. They spent the entire goddamn movie, and it's all, after you've seen it once, it's all like red fucking flags everywhere. It's that dude. It's that dude. It's that dude. But while you're watching it the first time, and it gets to the end, and the dude's got a fucking rubber mask on with a hockey mask over it.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, I feel ripped off, and I didn't even pay for it.
Yeah.
You know, I want my hour and a half.
Which one was that? 5?
That was 5.
Okay, that's what I thought.
A new beginning.
Yeah, it was a new beginning, all right.
It was so bad that they had to actually title the next one "Jason Lives."
Yes.
Which I'm fine with, and you know what? I can respect 5 for one thing only. It gave Jason undeath, and undeath was the best thing that ever happened to that little bastard.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah.
Because when he was just a hillbilly in the fucking woods, he was scary enough.
Which one?
When you can't kill him.
Which one was Go to Hell? Or Goes to Hell? Was that
Jason Goes
6
to Hell?
or
That was
7? 10?
Yeah.
Was it really?
I'm sorry. No. I'm sorry.
No, 10 was Jason X.
That was
so
8.
it must. Okay, 8. Okay, because that's one of the ones that I don't like.
I'm sorry. 9.
9, really?
8 was Jason Takes Manhattan.
Oh, that's right. That was another one. Yeah. Huh.
Actually, it was more like Jason Takes a Cruise Ship.
Yeah, it actually, I mean, if they would have put it more in Manhattan, then it would have been probably a better movie. Yeah, exactly.
And half
That's
the
what I
fucking
heard.
scenes they filmed that were supposed to be in Manhattan were actually in Vancouver.
Yeah. I do remember hearing all that. And that would have been, I mean, if you're going to call it Jason Goes to Manhattan, have him go to fucking Manhattan. Don't have him spend the time on the ship.
Call Jason Goes to Vancouver. Just film it all there.
Yeah, there you go.
You know?
I guess you could have done that. I didn't even think of that. But yeah, this Corey Feldman thing, like I said, I just think he's full of shit now at this point. I really do. I mean, are you...
As usual, I ride the line right in the middle. It could be one, it could be the other. I know what it looks like, though.
But my God, man, all the problems that they had, really, seriously, up to this, and then are these people getting refunds on their $20?
I know what it looks like.
It looks bad. It looks really bad.
But
I'm waiting to see what his next step is.
In the last 10 years, what has he done that didn't
just
look bad?
Toured with the Angels and that shit, and that all looks weird and bad. And I mean, the Today Show thing that he did was horrendous.
Weird fucking performance on the Today Show.
Yeah. I mean, it's...
And he was genuinely upset the next day and like laying in... Yeah, I remember seeing the video that he posted the next day. And he took it down like the day after that, where he was just laying in bed with angels surrounding him, crying.
Yeah. And
it's like, okay, no, this is an acting demo. This is the video you make of yourself to send to the studios to show that you still got it, so you can fucking cry in a movie someday.
Yeah.
You know.
And I still don't understand the Michael Jackson thing that he's still hanging on to. I saw him do the... Either. I wanted to play it. We haven't figured out. I'm trying to figure out how to get the thing up on here, so we can show you guys stuff. We had it up once, and then our system changed, and now it's different. So,
well, I mean, I get it when he was in his 20s and hanging out with Michael Jackson all the time, but
yeah. But what I wanted to show is his speech that he gave, because I have it YouTube. His speech that he gave after the movie and all the problems that they had, and he's still dressed up in like a colonel's type suit, or a general, like Michael Jackson used to do. Yeah. He's still all dressed up like that. And I'm like, dude, Michael Jackson's been dead for a long time now, and you weren't even hanging out with him before that.
He's doing what AC/DC did, except not doing it well.
Yeah, exactly.
He won't change.
Yeah. I don't.
He's locked into a persona.
It's really weird. And I really honestly don't think that Corey Haim would want all this attention put on him for the wrong reasons. I really don't. I don't think
Corey Haim wanted attention after a while anyways. Even when he was still alive, I think he just wanted out of the fucking spotlight because he just disappeared.
Yeah, yeah,
They both did. I think the difference between the two, and I could be reaching here. This could be a stretch, but I think Corey Feldman wanted the spotlight and Corey Haim did not want the spotlight.
Yep. I mean, I know it took him a lot to get into that Two Corys thing, that reality series they did, which I did watch, and most of it was spent with them arguing all the time. I mean, but that's reality TV, so I mean, well, kind of reality
probably
TV.
Scripted.
I wouldn't have surprised me at all.
Just like the Osbournes was. That pissed me off.
Yeah. Well, I mean, my problem with the Osbournes has always been that it turned he used to be the Prince of Darkness until the Osbournes. The Osbournes ruined him.
Right?
It ruined him.
The Prince of Parenthood, you know?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the Prince of not being able to work remote control. Okay, we get it. It's funny. Ozzy can't work a remote.
Or not knowing what that ringing is when the phone goes off.
Yeah, exactly. What
the fuck is that?
Yeah, and I mean, it just made him look stupid. It made him look just feeble. I think he looked worse then than he does now, and now he's sick. But I mean, you know, I think he's kind of recovered from a bit because there's a lot of people who are metalheads now that don't really remember the Osbournes that much.
Believe me, I know.
So I think
they think fucking Post Malone, which by the way, Post Malone canceled some shows too because of
this.
Oh,
did he?
And I'm really hoping that this whole fucking COVID-19 thing makes him bathe.
I don't think so.
No, probably not.
That's not going to happen.
No.
I did, however, watch, and if you get a chance, check out the new movie on Netflix with Mark Wahlberg and Post Malone's in it. And he's only played a cameo. I like Post Malone.
I'm sorry, the guy bugs me.
I don't like his music, but I like him as a person because he's an actual metal fan and he admits it freely.
He looks like the shit that I clean out of my shower drain after a shower.
I know, but I mean, what rock star or rap star doesn't look? I mean, a little bit.
Now, yeah.
Yeah.
It used to be if you were a fucking rock star in the 80s, you just looked gay. It's like
well, that was hair metal.
Well, right. It's like Patton Oswalt was saying. It's like if you were in a hair band in the 80s, you were gay.
Yeah.
Watch the videos. The women are on some fucking farm or some factory that just makes sparks,
makes sparks.
Yeah, and fucking Dawkins like way off in some other fucking county, far away from all the girls, just.
See, but I won't give them any crap because I like that, and that's where I came from. And I mean, it was like I've said before 1,000 times, I would much rather see those concerts that were put on in the 80s than some of the concerts that are put on now. I like a show when I go to a concert. Otherwise, I'll just sit and listen to the fucking record. But I like pyrotechnics, sparks, shit, fucking flying, all that shit.
That music was very accommodating.
It was party. It was just a party. I mean, so.
It was all about having a good time.
Yeah.
And not worrying about shit.
Exactly. And I like that.
I do, but that's just not all I can listen to.
No. I know, and me neither. I mean, I don't even put Hair Nation on anymore because it's the same songs over and over and over.
Believe me, I
know. What were we talking about? We were talking. Okay, we're done with Corey. Sorry, Adon.
I know. It's all he listens to.
Sorry, Adon. I hope I didn't disappoint you, but I just can no longer support Corey. I can't. I mean, it just seems like
I'll
shit
still watch
show.
Rock and Roll High School forever, over and
over.
over.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm still gonna watch his movies.
That movie.
One of my favorite movies of all time is Dream a Little Dream, and that's with both of them in it.
That was a great. Movie.
I'm just not. I'm not believing his shit anymore. I'm just done. I'm done.
And I don't blame you.
And it's just, anyway.
I never make my mind up about something unless I have actual proof in front of me,
Yeah.
So it could go either way for me. It's like Schrodinger's fucking cat. It both is and isn't a scam.
Yeah, and see, I'm on the other hand where I believe if, the typical, if it walks like a duck and talks like a duck, it's a duck.
I don't know. I do a pretty mean duck impression.
Do we want to heir that now?
No.
Okay.
No, that's not for public consumption. That's.
Oh my God! All right, so sorry, Corey, I don't support you. And what else? Was there something else?
I want to say there was, but I don't remember what it was.
We're strapped, guys. We're strapped from the coronavirus. Neither one of us have had time to really prep, but I know there was another thing that I wanted to talk about, and now I can't remember what it was. I did watch. Oh, by the way, have you seen Jumanji 2?
No, but I saw that was on there too, and I'm tempted to get it.
It's great. It's amazing.
I love all those cast
I
members.
actually think it's better than the first one.
Really, that's rare.
And there's I don't know how much you know about the plot, but Kevin Hart ends up turning into, well, Danny Glover is in it. Two old guys, Danny Glover and Danny DeVito.
Yep. Okay.
Man, Kevin Hart does. I laughed the entire middle of the movie where he turns into Danny Glover. His Danny Glover is right on point. It's so funny.
I gotta see this.
It's hilarious, and I mean, I literally was laughing out loud. And I don't do that a lot, when I'm like in my home watching something, and I was cracking up I would say that's the best part of the movie. There's a lot of good parts in the movie. Excellent graphics. Everything's good. It's a great movie. I mean, for a blockbuster movie, yeah.
It's going to happen this week, probably. I'll watch it this week, and we can discuss it more next week.
It's really good, and it's like I said, it's worth it for Kevin Hart.
As for tonight, though, we need to catch up on Picard because I'm a few episodes behind.
Are you?
Well, the wife is 2.5 episodes behind because she falls asleep all the time.
That's my wife.
And I have an episode to get through.
Okay.
I want to get caught up on that before I do anything else, and I want to introduce the wife to the PSVR because she hasn't actually played much.
Oh, really?
She hasn't actually done much in that yet, and it's just so much fucking fun.
Yeah.
It is, and I need to get Beat Saber.
Yeah, I definitely want to get one. I just need to find a used one.
Game though that I don't like. When you're using the controller, the left stick controls the left hand, and the right stick controls the right hand, and the triggers hit the buttons.
Okay.
With the motion controllers, you can just move your hands up and down the consoles and hit the shit.
Oh, okay.
But with this, it's like click, 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 trigger, click, 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 trigger.
Have you used the move controllers at all?
No, there's not for my system.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So you have used them. So are they intuitive? Are they good? Or they work?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Because I never even got them when they originally came out, even before VR. So I don't even really know that much about them or anything.
And there's one that I played too. I might live stream this sometime. It's called London Heist. It's a short little story. You're a gangster. You've got a guy you start strapped to a chair.
Okay.
And you turn to the left, and there's this big fucking muscle dude that comes in, and he's talking on the phone to somebody about how he's going to fucking torture your ass to get the information.
Yeah.
And it keeps going into flashbacks and shit where you're working with this guy.
Yeah.
And there's this diamond heist thing, and it was just a fun little fucking story. And eventually there's a scene where you get a gun, and you're sitting in the passenger seat of a car.
Yeah.
And going down the fucking highway, and there's all these guys chasing you in cars and motorcycles and shit. The PlayStation controller, if you just hold it like that with one hand, the trigger is just perfect. It's just boom, boom, boom. It's amazing.
Wow. That was one of the things I did want to mention is that we're actually going to, I'm hoping, to do some like game shit, some game streams on our channel now. I haven't figured out how to keep them separate, so you're probably going to see him in with stuff. It's up to Fred whether he wants to put his gameplay stuff on there. I'm going to put my stuff on there, but mine, I'm telling you right now, is going to be just for fun, okay? Because I'm not good at any of these games. I mean, well, I'm good at a few of them, but I'm not
fucking amazing.
excellent. Yeah, well, you should have seen me playing GTA the other night.
If you tune into my shit, you're just going to see me wandering around in circles in Skyrim fighting dragons.
Yeah, and hopefully we'll find something. I know we both have Mortal Kombat. Hopefully we'll find something else too that we can. I mean, I hear the Star Trek game's not that expensive.
It's not.
And one of the bundles I was looking
if you get
at
it right now for $10.
Yeah.
Actually, I fucked up when I bought it. I saw that on there and I'm like, oh my god, I have PSVR. I can get this now.
Yeah.
So I bought it because it was $10. It was on sale, and it's on sale to the 17th too.
Yeah.
So if you want to get it, pre-get it before you get your PSVR, then that'd be the way to do it.
Okay.
And it can, I think, be played in normal mode too.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can get used to playing the game that way.
Yeah.
But I was looking later, and it said I saw one that said the Next Generation DLC pack $11.99. I'm like, oh shit, I gotta get that. I got to get that too. And then I looked a little closer, and no, the Next Generation pack is $9.99. The $11.99 one that I saw was the bundle that includes both the game and the TNG.
Oh my god.
I should have paid $12.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And you can't get refunds for that shit. They won't fucking do it.
Did you buy it? Is it digital? A copy that you bought? Okay. Yep. Okay. And that's how low in price it is now?
It's $10 right now.
Really?
$11.99 if you get the Next Generation pack, and I guarantee doing that. Or I recommend doing that because, like I said, there's just something about sitting on the bridge of the fucking Enterprise D with those carpeted fucking floors, and big screen, and it's like, okay, so that's what it looks like from this angle. And you just get to sit in the captain's chair.
Yeah, see, I love that. I'm definitely going to get one. I just don't have the money for it right now, but I want one.
Controls change too, and the original Enterprise is in there too.
Oh, really?
The original Enterprise from the 1960s show.
Wow.
And it's fucking weird, too. There's 3 ships. There's the Aegis, the USS Aegis, which is a ship based on the J.J. Abrams films. So everything's got like holographic displays that you can manipulate. And that's fine. The Next Generation has similar displays, just in the style of the show, the consoles of the show.
Yeah.
But everything's very clearly labeled there. You know what you're doing.
Yeah.
With the original Star Trek, everything is exactly as it is on the show. So you've got these little candy-colored buttons all over the place, and you have to hit all of them to figure out what they fucking do. I destroyed the Enterprise by accident. I hit like 3 fucking buttons and this bridge starts blowing up. I'm like, what the fuck? I thought you needed like 3 senior officers, each with their own fucking command codes to initiate a self-destruct. I didn't realize this 3 fucking buttons was going to blow the Enterprise up. It's like, God damn it.
Oh my God. Oh,
I'm in the captain's chair for 5 minutes and I blew up the Enterprise.
That's hilarious. That's oh my God.
I mean, fuck, it took Christopher Lloyd as a Klingon to do that.
Yeah,
in the movies.
exactly. I wish they would make one like centered around the Wrath of Khan movie. I think that would be cool.
Well, you know what? One of the missions when you're piloting the Aegis, one of the main story missions, that's the main story ship.
Yeah.
One of the main things that you do is go through the Kobayashi Maru scenario.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's fucking awesome.
Oh, cool.
I didn't even realize I was in the middle of it until somebody said, "Captain, we have a distress call from the Kobayashi Maru." And I was like, "Oh fuck, I'm gonna go die."
Oh my God! All
I'm
right,
not Kirk. I can't reprogram it. You know?
So hopefully soon I'll have the PSVR, but we are going to do that. We'll start putting some stuff on there and putting some stuff on our Facebook page as far as the broadcasts. And like I said, they're just going to be loose and fun.
Right.
And if we can find game, like if I get that Star Trek game or some other games that we can play together that we both agree on, but we'll have some fun with it. And
I'll tell you what, that No Man's Sky game is really fucking fun. That's one of the ones where you have to adjust the controls because it's a point and click thing. And that's the reason I still will use the controller for a lot of these games.
Yeah.
Because with the motion controller, you're stuck with that point, click, and move thing.
Oh, okay. With
the controller, you can adjust it. You can change the settings so you can move around. Although I might be wrong. I might be able to adjust the controllers. I'll try it, but not till I get them because it's like $100 fucking dollars.
Yeah, I know they're ridiculous.
So that's going to wait. But you should try out No Man's Sky too. After I watched Star Wars last night, it was too late. I had to go to bed, but it took everything I could to resist getting in there because there's a cockpit style in that game that looks just like you're sitting in a fucking X-wing.
Really?
Yes.
Oh wow!
And you can run around the fuck. It's just fun.
That's awesome. Yeah, I definitely have to get into that. But like I said, I mean, we're about done here.
Yeah, we ran over a little bit. That's fine.
That's all right. But like I said, so look out for that. If you see, some video game broadcast in between all of our other stuff, that's what it is. Watch it if you want. Watch it if you don't. Like I said, mine will probably be pretty stupid and silly.
That's just easier for me to do.
So, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I'm just going to put mine on Culture Pop. Especially if we do something together, it'll go on there.
Right, and I'll share links on Culture Pop of my live streams whenever I do them.
Yeah.
On the Facebook page.
Yeah.
And you can do with those links whatever you want to with them. I'm enjoying myself though with the live streams. I just have to watch what I do.
I think it's fun too. I've got to move my PS4 upstairs because I had it downstairs, and my daughter watches TV all the time. I never have time to play it now.
You know what the coolest thing is about the PSVR though?
What?
This is the absolute coolest thing.
What?
You can just play the PlayStation through the through the VR.
Oh, can you really?
It comes with earbuds that clip into the thing. And there's no fucking cords or anything hanging down. Just earbuds clip into the thing, and the screen's displayed right here.
Okay.
My wife can be watching TV, and I can be playing the fucking PlayStation.
Seriously?
Yes.
I did not know that.
Giant fucking screen right there if you're playing a normal PlayStation game.
So you can play regular PlayStation games on it?
Yeah. Just
now you've got me.
Huge fucking screen, bigger than you can fit in your apartment.
Now you've got me. Now you've got me hooked.
And fucking Melinda can be sitting there watching TV while you're playing PlayStation.
Wow. All right, now I'm hooked on this. I got to figure out a way to get it.
Microphone so you can talk to people.
Yeah. Okay. So it does have a microphone. So that's how you were broadcasting. Because that's the other thing I was wondering it does.
I prefer my Turtle Beach headset.
Yeah. So do you wear both then?
No, I don't wear the earbuds.
Okay.
I took those off. But I prefer the Turtle Beach headset because it fits perfectly over top of the thing, and it just works better, and it cancels out sound. And
yeah.
And I can pull the microphone down and put it in front of me so that I can hear myself.
Okay, but it already comes with the earbuds, right? And the
already
earbuds
comes with
works
the
just
earbuds.
fine. And can you speak with the earbuds on, like when you broadcast?
Yeah,
it has a mic on
The
it.
headset has a built-in microphone.
Okay,
yeah.
okay. See,
That's what I was
want
using
to
it
make
for.
sure before I get it that I've got everything I need. I probably won't buy the Move controllers right away unless I
Right.
want to play Creed. But I'm definitely going to look at some of their games. Did you ever play the Batman one that came out when it first came
one
out?
of the next things on my list. I want to try it out.
Yeah, I want to try that out too.
It looks like one of those that's point and click, and it looks like one of those where you're gonna need the hand thing.
The hand things, the moves. Okay.
There's a few games that require that. There's one that I wanted to try out called Job Simulator. It's just this crappy little game where you sit in a cubicle and you fuck around with everything. And it requires, even the demo requires the motion controller.
Wow. I don't quite understand. Do you have to? And you have to have the camera though, right? Because
Yes, you
that's
do.
what the virtual thing works with.
It
Yeah.
orients your position in space, and if you get too far away from it, it'll let you know.
Okay. Cool. All right. Yeah, because I was watching a lot of your stuff just to try to figure out what all I needed and what.
The bundle I got came with the camera. Like I said, I got the second to last one in line, but they had one at Walmart. First thing we did was go to fucking Meijer, and they had one in there for $2.99. That was a bundle with 5 games that came with.
Okay.
That it came with. It looked like it came with the motion controllers, but I guess that was just buy this shit separately.
Yeah.
I just didn't read carefully enough. But it came with the headset, it came with the camera, it came with the earbuds, and it came with 5 games for download.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
Skyrim and Resident Evil were included in that.
Cool.
And those are full fucking games too.
Yeah. Oh, so Resident Evil was included with it?
Yes. That was the 5-pack bundle that I got. And you might be able to find that someplace online.
Yeah.
The one at Walmart only had 2 games, but it was like 3 something.
Really?
Yeah, it was like 320 or something. 325.
Okay.
Maybe it came with the controllers.
That could be possible. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that could be possible.
That's my thought on that, because I was wondering how something with fewer things inside.
Yeah. The
But
lowest
eventually,
price.
like I said, I went to GameStop and they didn't have shit. I went to Mega Replay. They said, well, we're fucking dependent on people turning in their used shit, so we haven't got anything right now.
Oh, okay.
And then I said, fuck it, went back to Meijer and got that one because I was the only one in town
Yeah.
that looked like it was worth it.
Wow. Yeah, I definitely want to get one. It's in the works, especially now that you told me that you can play games like on it. I would love that. That would be awesome.
It's like having a second TV.
Yeah.
Just
Well,
strapped to your
when I
face.
had my Go, I mean, I used to watch movies on it all the time because of the big screen feeling. And
Right.
as a matter of fact, one of the movies I bought was Dread in 3D, and it's amazing. And it was amazing in the Go.
Really
I don't
is.
have the phone that fits it now,
My
so
favorite thing as far as watching movies, and I can do this in the PlayStation VR too with the Hulu app, you have a theater setting.
Yeah,
You just
yeah.
sit in the fight and you got
Yeah, I love
popcorn
that.
on the chair
Yep.
right there and drink over there.
Yeah.
You can just sit and I watched 3 episodes of Voyager in a movie theater.
You know what I miss? What was really cool was the PlayStation used to have. You used to be able to watch Netflix with people. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Like invite a friend and you guys are both sitting there and your animated characters and you throw popcorn and shit. And
Yep, I
I
remember that.
love that. And then they got rid of it. And I don't know why. Just maybe enough people weren't using it or something. I don't know.
I know that I don't know if I haven't used the one for the PlayStation, the app for the PlayStation yet, in virtual reality. But I know the one for the Go for Netflix had a virtual living room.
Yeah. That's yep.
That's
yep.
what you're talking about.
Yeah, that and the PS4. I mean, back in the day when you could watch a movie. But I know what you're talking about. Yeah, the Go had
What I loved most about that though was going into Void, the Void mode.
Yes,
where
yes.
The screen just floats, and you
Yep.
can increase the size of it. Huge
Yep.
fucking screen, and you can position the thing too.
Yep.
So you can literally just lay back on your fucking bed, stare at the ceiling, and watch a movie.
yep. Yeah, I remember that.
We're heading so quickly into Wall-E territory.
Oh, right. We're heading so quickly into Ready Player One territory.
Yeah, that too. We're almost there.
Yeah, I know, right?
You know.
All right. Well, that was the culture of pop today. Everybody stay safe out there. Don't panic. Don't freak out. We'll all get through this. We're all going to be fine.
Yep.
And you just do what you're supposed to do as a normal human being. Wash hands, all that kind of shit.
And
And stop buying toilet paper for crying out loud.
Right, and make sure you do the feel good stuff. And shout out the
Yeah,
devil.
that's right. And the big 4-0.
And a big 4-0.
Big 4-0. All right. We'll see you guys next week. Hope you had fun. Have a great week and keep away from the corona.
Have fun and wash your hands.